Hey everyone, welcome to our Wake Up and Makeup. I am Heather, and we do come to you all the time, every day. Let me adjust this a little bit. Every day, 9:30, we do start to finish Wake Up and Makeup. And this is so you can learn about Luminess, hear about Luminess, see Luminess, and not only the airbrushing, because we know we have so many people out there that want to know about airbrushing, what it's about, what you get, all of that. But we're going to do start to finish makeup. That's the only reason I'm coming on with no makeup on. So by the time we finish, makeup will be on and you'll see the transformation. So you are able to ask questions real life time. And, if there is anything you want to see, definitely email us. You can email us at beautybar@luminessair.com. beautybar@luminessair.com. Hello, Deborah. Good morning, beautiful Linda. Hello, Jacqueline. But yeah, we do on 9:30, we are doing Facebook and YouTube. And so again, going through start to finish. So you can ask me questions. I see all the questions, and we will get those answered for you. And then, of course, if you have any other questions, you can always email me at heather@luminessair.com. But if there's anything you guys want to see, beautybar@luminessair.com. Send them there, and we're going to get those things answered for you. I can even put them in the live, or I can do a pro tip about it, because we do pro tips every day at 1 o'clock as well. But the great news is that we are doing some one-on-one appointments, and that's if you are new to airbrushing, if you need help with airbrushing, if you're first starting out and you're like, I'm just not getting it, I'm not there yet, and you just want some one-on-one, you can schedule an appointment with me. So they have been so much fun this week. And then I also, if you need help color matching, hello, Maria. If you need color matching, we can also help with that. And so color matching kind of involves several different steps, because when you first get the system, sometimes you think you have the wrong color, but you don't. You're just airbrushing wrong. And so we will go over that as well. So I have put the link in the description, but you can always go to our Facebook page and look at appointments, click, and then you'll see the appointments that are open. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get started. So again, always go over the beginnings. And so let me pull up. This is our legend. Just kidding. It is the icon. I mean, my gosh, how many times have I said that? This is the icon. We also have the icon pro and, of course, the legend. But they're all operated about the same. So what I'm telling you to do for one, you can do for all of them. And then it does come with makeup. And so you're going to pick your two shades, and they'll be similar in color. So you're going to pick the ones that are you think are closest to you. And then we give you the two large bottles so you can practice. This is the first time you're getting this system, and so we want you to use it. This is a different way of putting on makeup, and so, hey, it's going to take some practice. You're used to touching your face. You're used to rubbing it in or buffing it on or doing whatever. And so now I'm telling you not to touch your face, feel the air, and you're just spraying this on. So we are going to go over that as well, but we give you love and blush. So we give you everything you need to get started. All right. Hello. Hello, Amber. Good to see you. Maria on Facebook says, I can't get it right yet. Well, Maria, number one, you have a great attitude, because I like I can't get it right yet. That means you didn't give up, which is, it's good. That is a good sign. So Maria, I'm going to tell you and all the new people out there that there are some steps that we can tell you to do, which I'll tell you to do, and we'll make it easier for you, okay? And then Maria, also book an appointment, girl. Talk to me, girl. All right, so this is what we want you to do. When you first get it out. And Maria, even if you're practicing, you can go back and do this. So get it out, turn it on, and of course you'll know that there's air that comes out. So when I'm doing this, number one, it feels amazing. And you can tell, like, it's just a little kiss of air. See how it's not even blowing my hair all to craziness? Think of the air as your bristles. So if I was to buff a foundation on, I would do the same thing with the air. This is your air brush. Brush, air brush, brush, airbrush. Okay, so think of the air as your bristles, and so I'm just moving that around just like if I was doing this, right? You would do this, same thing, same thing, same thing. So feel that air, feel that loveliness all over, keeping it about 4 finger widths away. This is the perfect distance to not get too close where it's so precise, or not get too far where, because we're not painting a fence, okay? The moves are very deliberate. I can feel it on my forehead, down my temple, under my eyes, on my cheek, bam, 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 bam. Then you can practice with water, putting it in here, put water in here, and then start pulling back on that trigger, okay? And you're going to find that sweet spot. Maria, another thing I would recommend is get a paper towel, a piece of paper, put a couple of drops of your foundation in there. Although paper towels are very, I'm like, I need my paper towels. Hold on, I'm going to do it. I'm going to shake this up. Make sure you're shaking up your bottles. You want to shake them up, especially when you first get them. Shake them up a good 30, 60 seconds, because we do want to make sure that all of that goodness is mixed in there. So I just put a couple of drops, taking my, hold on. So do these things right here, but I'm going to move this guy so you can see, because I'm a lefty. All right. So taking my piece of paper or my tissue, keeping it 4 finger widths away, moving it, and now I'm going to lightly pull back on that trigger. Because of the contrast of foundation and this white piece of paper, you're going to be able to see it better, right? So you'll be able to see how you're doing. Now see how light that is? That is how light I want you to spray, okay? If you get this, that's too wet. So practice on a piece of paper. That's going to help show, are you spraying too hard? Is there streaking? Are you too far away? You know, things like that. So definitely check those things out. So let's go ahead and get started. I've prepped my face. The only thing, do I have some in here? I wanted to put on Velvet Veil because we love our Velvet Veil. And I ran out. Let's see if there's some in here. Oh, I think it was out. Oh, maybe some. Okay, so I'm using Velvet Veil. This is a blur, so it's going to help blur fine lines, wrinkles, and crinkles. It even helps blur redness, all of that. So I'm putting a little bit, this time I'm just going to use it underneath my eyes. Hey, Helen. So Helen, that is on, that's a great question. So on Helen's on Facebook, and she asked, can you use other makeup besides Luminess? And the answer is no. So you definitely do not want to put a liquid, just a regular liquid foundation, a traditional liquid foundation in your stylus, because number one, it's not going to work. It will clog it and void the warranty. Guys, keep in mind that we have a 1-year warranty on our products. So, and you could have got, I think you have an option for an extended warranty too, but we have a warranty. So if you put regular makeup in here, what's going to happen is nothing. It's just going to sit there because it's not going to blow out. Airbrush makeup, what we have designed in Luminess airbrush, there is little bitty stuff that gives, and the needle's in there. The needle won't allow anything that's not airbrush makeup, like traditional makeup, to come out. So our makeup is designed for our system. So if you put anything else in there besides water to clean it or Tip Top cleaner, is not going to work. And so you definitely don't want to do that. I understand the thought process of it because you're like, oh, I want this one. I understand that, but don't do it. It will mess it up, and we don't want to do that. Going back, I don't know why you would want to. I mean, I understand it, but if it's a finish, if it's, you're like, well, I love my foundation, I can get you to that same finish with Luminess. So if that's the case, I can get you there. Okay. There's steps to create or to do to get it to the point you like. Everyone's different. Everybody likes different makeup, right? It's an art. Makeup is an art. And so I can get you. We have matte foundation. We have silk foundation. We have mystic foundation. We have ultra foundation. There are ways to get you to a look based on what finish you like or what look you like. My look changes every day. I'm sure a lot of your looks change every single day. And so we can get you there. So those are some of the questions that you guys can ask me either on here or email us at beauty bar. We just came up with this beauty bar at, well, it's beauty bar at luminess.com. Beauty bar at luminessair.com. Just kidding. Beauty bar at luminessair.com. So email me if you're like, hey, I am a makeup lover. I want to have that makeup. I can get you there. If you're like, I never wear an ounce of makeup, I don't like the feel of it, I don't want to look like I have makeup on, I can get you there and everywhere in between. Okay. All right. And that's the other joy about these earrings are too big and they're hurting me. That's the joy about Luminess is you don't need 6 bottles of all this different foundation finishes because, or, like full coverage, half coverage, tinted moisture. You don't need all that because I can get that with just 1 bottle of Luminess. All right. Enough preaching. Let's go. So I did the velvet veil. The velvet veil does act as a blurrer. So it's going to help blur wrinkles and crinkles. You're welcome, Maria. It blurs wrinkles and crinkles. It even helps with my redness. You can put it all over, or this time I just put it here. So I'm going to go in with our CC concealer. I like some coverage underneath my eyes. And even I've already actually sprayed some on my lid, but I'll do it again. So I'm going to go in, do about 3 drops of the CC concealer. And this is the CC concealer in light beige, turning on my system. There's air that comes out. I know where the makeup's going. Right now, I'm just making the moves. And now barely pulling back. I can now feel the makeup, and I'm going to move it down. As soon as I feel the makeup, guys, when you're practicing with the water and the air, listen, because not only can you feel it, but you can hear it. I know when this is empty. I know when makeup's coming out. And so you'll start getting that, you'll start understanding it. It's all going to click. But because this is a new way of putting on makeup, guess what? It's going to take a second. So don't freak out. It's okay. Just like Maria was saying, I haven't got it down yet, right? It's just not yet. You're going to get it down. You'll get it. I promise. Now, also, my eyebrows are done. Is it all over my eyebrows? Boop. It goes, it's so precise. It only goes where you're pointing it. So I'm going to use this only on those problem areas where I want to start some of my pre-coverage. I like to call it pre-coverage because it helps. It just gets me a step up. It gets me a step up in coverage. Now, because I'm going from this, which is a natural like skin color, I don't have to rinse this out. I can go straight into my foundation, my blush, whatever I want to, that's next because it's flesh color. Jacqueline says on YouTube says, I used Final Seal on the airbrush, in the airbrush. It wouldn't spray and it clogged the airbrush. Jacqueline, it shouldn't clog. because it's so watery. That surprises me. Maybe call customer service. Maybe I've never heard that, but I'm like trying to think. Call customer service and just let them know. Because if you put it, I mean, when you drop it, it's liquid, right? I'm wondering. Call customer service. You can even take photos of it and like, hey, this is what, and like drop it on the counter so you can see that it's liquid. That's kind of weird. I don't know. You threw me, Jacqueline. All right. Morella says, I need one, but no money. Well, honey, you need to check it out at luminousair.com. We have, Candy did say, Jacqueline, make sure you do shake it because the cleaning properties in there might be heavier. And so do shake it. Okay, just put the plum blush. But Morella, go to luminoucosmetics.com and check out, go to, I think it says Everyday Systems. Hold on, let me pull it up and make sure. We have pricing for everybody's price point. And so you can even make payments. Hold on, I'm typing it all in. Yeah, just go to luminoucosmetics.com. The first one that comes up will say, like start here and go through, because you do have some options with Luminess to even make payments on it. So check all of that out, because remember, it's the system plus the makeup. And so you can, I think it's like X amount of dollars to start, and then you make payments. So check it out. All right. So this is blush. I added 2 blushes together. So I added the plum blush and natural blush. Now plum blush is very intense. It's a higher, it's just like, it's just an intense, it's our deepest blush is what I'm trying to say. And so I mixed it with the natural blush to mix a different color together to give me a little bit of shine. Natural is going to be super lighter, like super light in deepness. Does that make sense? Can you be light in deepness? Okay. And so this helps putting it on. Now, if you notice, I'm also putting it on before my foundation. So if you're new and you're doing blush and you're like, I just can't get the blush down, try using the blush first. Then you can use the foundation to blend everything together, to blend it out. So I'm now going to use my stylus, spraying the airbrush or the blush on right here. I can feel it. I can smirk to get the apples of my cheeks. Okay, I start seeing it, but I'm going to keep going. Okay, I go back and forth for the blush. So I give each side a little break in between. Okay. Now, right now, you're seeing more blush because that's all I have on, right? This is all the color I have on. So I am going to do it a little bit more. And so you see, you're like, woo, Heather loves some blush. I actually like a softer blush, a more blended blush. And that's why I did it first. Because I don't have to worry about it as much doing the blush first, because I am going to do foundation now, which will go over the blush and it's going to blend it and make it softer. I'll do just half so you can see what I'm talking about. All right. Well, there you go, Helen. Helen on Facebook wrote, it's only $20 to start. You have 30 days to try it out if you decide to keep it, and then make monthly payments. So they are very good with making it available to you. Thank you, Helen. You're the bomb.com. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's what I love. I mean, honestly, we really do make it available for everybody, because, you know, I want everybody to love it just as much as I do. I mean, this airbrush used to be for Hollywood and for special occasions. And girl, I don't get up and check my mail without having something airbrushed. Okay. So it's nice to have that system and that flexibility with makeup. It's definitely worth it. All right, so now I'm going to go in. I'm only going to do half right now. Because I'm going to show you how it will smooth. Oh yes, and the VIP, definitely. You want to sign up for the VIP program. It's actually called the rewards, because you do get rewards for using the products, and you get better pricing, bottom line. Jacqueline just made the last payment on her system. Yay! Isn't that great when you when you can get everything paid off? It's a good feeling. All right, so look at that. This is still boop, 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 and look how nice and blended that is. Can you guys see the difference? All right, so I'm going to do it on this side now. Now, normally when you do this, you're going to do your whole face all at once. And then you can, like, I can do one complete pass. And then I can go back and, you know, go wherever I need to. So if I need to blend this a little bit more, I can do that as well. Isn't that cool? Blend it down my neck. And there you go. All right. So there we have full face of makeup. But even if you like a full face of makeup, it's not going to feel heavy or cakey or too much, or you can't do anything because you're afraid it's going to crack. You can, I make a lot of expressions when I talk. In fact, I joke because if you go through my videos, like, there's not one spot where they can take a normal picture of me, because I'm like, whoa! I'm always making these crazy faces when I talk. And so it really does work with your skin. Being able to blend the foundation on after the blush, that shows you how it's blendable, right? All right, let's do some eyes. Let's do the click and play. This is our, this is the primer that I'm just going to pat on with my finger. It is a cream base, so it really has a lot of give, a lot of grab. And blend that in. Seeing that right there. And then I'm like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Let's do this one. If y'all haven't had a chance to check out the click and plays, they're so cool because they click and you can play. They're like this and they slide. So you can make whatever looks you want. So amazing for travel because you can take what you want, leave the rest at home. But there's some great, great colors. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Maybe we'll do this one. I'll do Desert and Graphite, which is a gray. So this is this one right here, Desert. And that one right there. I was going to see if I want maybe this one too. Yeah. So I'm going to do Gunmetal, which has a shimmer to it. Hey, Jeannie, good to see you, my friend. All right, so, and guys, these are so pigmented. If I could even put this on with my finger if I wanted to, but I can go in, just dust that on the lid right there. And remember, I do have foundation on my lid because I use the foundation to cover up the darkness on my lid. The other thing, this is another tricky trick, is, and I'll do this right now. So I'm taking a brush that I use all the time for powder, getting my translucent powder, and I'm going to do what I call a powder guard. And so what this is going to do is protect my under eye from any fallout. Okay, so it will protect. If there's any fallout that happens, I'm going to dust it off, but it's going to protect where I don't have to worry. Yesterday, we did eyes first, so that's another option that you have. You can do your eyeshadow first, and that way you don't even have to worry about the fallout because you can do whatever you want because you can clean it up before doing the CC concealer or foundation. All right, this is Gunmetal, the darker color. And I'm going to do this right in the outside crease. Blending, lightly blending, lightly blending. Jeannie, I like your comment. Jeannie on Facebook, on YouTube said, most natural makeup ever, if that's possible to have natural makeup. I know, doesn't it sound like kind of an oxymoron just because you're like, oh, it's natural makeup. But that's the whole thing. Like, I think people are like in the olden days, makeup was like pile it on, and maybe that's the only look you knew was the piling it on. You know, I was thinking about this the other day, and I was in middle school, and I had this art teacher, and she was beautiful, beautiful. But there was a rumor going around that she wore a mask, and that she actually wore a mask. And I was thinking about that yesterday, actually, because I'm like, that's so funny. But what it was her makeup. People thought, and she probably had, I don't remember it, but I remember her wearing a lot of makeup, and not necessarily, like, she looked beautiful. But I bet people saw like a demarcation line or the thicker makeup. And so that's how that rumor got started, that she wore a mask. I'm like, that is hilarious. Healthcare for your face. I love it. All right, so I'm just blending that out. And I like to, some people work one eye at a time. I like to kind of go back and forth to get it where I want it. But then do take a step back and look at both to make sure they're even. So now I'm going to use Gunmetal. Oh, wait, that was graphite. Okay, so now Gunmetal is the shimmer. I'm just going to apply it with my finger, and I'm going to do it right. Look how beautiful that is. Right on the lid. Right where the color of my eye is. Right there. And keep in mind, like, people want to learn to do a smoky eye, but then smoky eyes intimidate some people because they're like, oh my gosh, I can't do a smoky eye. Smoky does not have to be black. Smoky can be gray. It can be taupe. It can be green. Like, it could be purple. It doesn't have to be black. So you can make it where it's not black. The other thing is my definition of smoky and yours could be two totally different definitions. Because if I'm one who wears eyeshadow all the time and makeup all the time, I would be okay with a darker and, you know, more foundation or more eyes. Whereas somebody who never wears makeup a lot, never wears makeup a lot, doesn't wear makeup a lot and doesn't wear, you know, a ton of eyeshadow, a medium smoky, I mean, like, actually that could be a smoky for them. Okay, so there's always different levels of what you can do. Just like I show you different things, like taking it up, taking it up a notch is always what I say. And you can do that as well. I'm going to add just a little bit of halo, right? I don't know, I'm really digging this right in the center, or right there, just to lighten it up a little bit. Now I can take my brush that I used for the powder. Actually, I'll probably do it a little bit heavier one, this one. And boop, swipe that away. This is different than baking, okay? I didn't pack the powder on. I just lightly put it right there. So it is a little bit different than baking, and we'll go into baking another time. All right. So now that the eyes are on, I'm going to use, I think I want to use gunmetal, which is the shimmer one for the under eyes, because I like to use it as liner as well. All right. And there we go. Now, taking it up a notch, I could line the eyes. I could, there's a lot of different things I could do. But I'm going to go in, curl the lash. And then grab my mascara. I'm going to grab it as soon as I see it. Oh, okay. Jeannie's like, no baking, too much powder. It is a lot of powder, but I do have to say our powder does make it, I think this one's empty. Our powder does make it almost like it does make it doable. Need to get some more mascaras. Because our powder is so finely milled that it will dust off and not settle into wrinkles and crinkles. And I could probably put mascara on for days. There you go. I like that brush because you can put it on, like get it on. And then it's the thinner part, you're able to really kind of separate and straighten the lash if you get like a clump together. Again, using Jeannie, you don't have to do baking, girl. All right, so now I will tell you, if you were going to do baking and you felt like it was too much, you could spray the porcelain on afterwards, and that would help. Patty, baking that's a whole other topic. Hold on. I'm just doing the outside part of my lip. So what baking is you put it on areas that you want to highlight or bring up. So it kind of highlights it with powder. And so you actually would take like maybe a sponge and set the powder there. And then you leave it on and it bakes with the heat of your skin. And that's why they call it baking. It started with drag queens to be able to highlight, highlight certain areas like under the eyes, nose, forehead, that kind of thing. And then everybody started doing it. But a lot of the powders do seem to settle. And so that's why, some people stay away from it. I'm trying to find I'm trying not to use the, my ballet pink, but I can't find the one that I want. You know it's going to be the last one, right? We all know that. Oh, I can't use this one. Okay, I'm going to use Secret. This is Secret lipstick. And it has a little bit of a, it's not a shimmer, but like a frost, which I don't even like saying that, but there you go. Still think I want a little more natural. So I'm going to block this off for a second. Oh, I know what I could do. You know what? The other one I'm going to go for. Now notice, even though I'm changing this, I'm not 100% taking this off, because this it'll just work with it. So like you can blot it again. And I can just go in there and do this. So it even deepened this a little bit too. And this is a liquid lipstick, Naked Tulip. And I really like this. This is more of a matte pink. So it's not like a Barbie pink. I still think it would be great for the fall. I still say that fall and winter, we're going to see some colors and not just browns and different things. I really do think we'll see even bright colors. So be prepared for that. So, all right. Oh, thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Candy. All right. So guys, there you go. Believe it or not, I did a full look. Yeah, that's what we do. At 9:30, we do full looks, guys, full looks. And it's where you can ask questions. It's where you can see things actually being done. If you want to see something, or if you have a question about a product, email us at beautybar.com. Just kidding. Beautybar at luminousair.com. Whoa. Email us, and I'll put it in the pro tip. I'll show you how to use it. Or we can even put it in the into one of our lives. I'll work it in there as well. So we're here for you guys. All right. So check out the appointments on Facebook and schedule one. And we're doing them for people that are new to Luminess and need some extra help. So jump in and use them. All right. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.